Howdy guys, Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we're here with, of course, a Tuesday reset, meaning we have gotten into the last week before we get to the Edge of Fate DLC, which is going to bring some new content. How much, we don't know, really, because, yeah, it's Bungie. Okay, we don't know how much we're going to get. But we are going to be going over what you can, of course, get in this week, because LOOTAPALOOZA, I don't have any, like, theme tune for it or anything. Maybe we just put, like, a bit of victory fanfare or something like that for it. But if you don't know what LOOTAPALOOZA is going to be, it's basically increased currency rewards and weapon drops from enemies in all dungeons, and even more increased loot from final boss chests when you do all the encounters. And also on top of that, of course, all the dungeons are going to be up. So this is the perfect week for your booty to get on the freaking grind for all these sorts of Rite of the Nine weapons. So you got, of course, Judgment. It's going to be a lot of freaking prophecy weapons, but you got liminal vigil, you got a ton of different weapons to go for. And what we're going to do this week, generally probably each day, is going to go over the weapons you should definitely be looking at. I think the number one for me, because hand cannons are always just juicy and they're always just strong, is going to be the Judgment itself. This is going to be the first one we go over. We'll go over most of the hot ones anyway that you should be getting your hands on before, of course, Edge of the Fate. But Judgment for me is probably the hottest ticket item out of all the dungeons to kind of get rolls of. And of course, because it is LOOTAPALOOZA, if you've done your kind of quest line to get yourself the shiny version like this one, these will start dropping a lot more, of course, from enemies and everything. It's that increased drop rate. It's so nice to get yourself some of these foil sort of weapons. But yeah, the Judgment itself, this is a 140 hand cannon you can obtain by doing the Prophecy dungeon, which, as I said, they're all up this week, but Prophecy itself is where this drops from. Really dope ass hand cannon. You can kind of see all the rolls on this now. It turned into a stasis weapon, so it's got all the juicy sort of Rhyme Stealer rolls and everything like that. But mostly people will want to use this in PvP because it's got some juicy ones like the rapid hit, you got the opening shot, you got the keep away. It's got some really juicy ass rolls. And on top of all that, all these sorts of newer ones have this gravity well and crossing over Ardent trait, which is just so cool. Crossing over is just so dope. Basically increased range top half, increased damage for bottom half. Gravity well is basically on reload. They all have this. You got to be trying to get your hands on this if you haven't. I know a lot of people have been probably grinding this over the last like month or two, but this is the perfect chance, and it's pretty much your last chance. So yeah, you gotta get that booty on the grind. But we are gonna go in with the Judgment and showcase just why you should be getting this. So without further ado, let's go into some PvP with the Judgment hand cannon. Alrighty, so we are gonna do some rumble gameplay with the little Judgment that could. Is there someone here? Come on, buddy. What the? Oh, he's a freaking sniper and he's lagging his ass off. What the? What is this? What is this? Guy's a ghost on the server. Oh my god, yo, buddy, I better get this freaking kill. I am not gonna get this kill. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Man, what is this? Is this connection? Is Rumble connection based or no? But this guy's going feet as well. And there's a triple tapping. As I said, Judgment itself, this is a 140 hand cannon with the light mag as well, or the light kind of Ardent trait you have on this. It means I can go a little bit further, obviously, with the top half. And then when I get lower, I get to the dark, do some extra little bit of juicy damage. But it's a super solid hand cannon. I think for me anyway, when you can kind of get the rolls going on it, it feels super nice. It has that needly sort of shooting too, which not a lot of hand cannons really have. And you're one shot, buddy. Not a lot of hand cannons usually have it and everything. So that's what makes this kind of juicy to kind of grind out for. Obviously, a lot of people are going to hit me with the one treasures are so much better. Oh my god, you got so much second. Yeah, they're so good right now. But obviously, meta's kind of shift and everything. I'm not expecting this obviously to be the best 140 when you got things like Rose. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. It's a laggy dude. It just feels really juicy in terms of just hitting headshots, and we'll get this guy. And oh my god, when you hit the triple taps there, I mean that was a quad tap, but I whiffed the first shot. But if you hit your triple taps with this, it's so nice. I really do like it. I know, as I said, Rose is kind of crazy. And yo, young man, get your ass back here. No, like freaking kill got robbed by the long gun. God damn, guys, can we all agree to if I'm fighting someone, you just do the 1v1 shotgun? Oh, not shotgun. But yeah, Rose is obviously going to be the best freaking hand cannon in the game right now. I mean, as far as 140s go, it's kind of crazy how cracked out it is. But I still do think that you do need to get your hands on sort of rolls like this, especially if, oh my god, we got the dark going. But especially because this is stasis, so maybe we'll get some stasis mods in the future and everything that interact with, of course, PvP and everything. So there's always it's always nice to have a different sorts of hand cannons in each energy slot that are actually good and everything. And I will say that this hand cannon actually is just, it's so freaking nice. I mean, oh my god, you can rail people. Ooh, man, it's just clean. It's just freaking clean. You just hit such headshots. Come on, just up here though, buddy, and he's got the Rose. Yo, oh, he healed. Oh no, heal me, Poppy. Thank you for the current scenes. Oh man, I would have been so mad if he freaking survived. I keep hitting that last shot is always a body shot. I keep freaking failing on the freaking third shot, which is just so bad. We'll get this guy though. You know what? My kill's being robbed like 100 times. I'm taking my freaking freebie. Okay, I'm not letting these guys get heavy. That's the laggy dude. And oh, man, this little freaking strand thing comes in after. She guy peeks me here. I'm gonna shot in the ass. I can freaking feel it. Yep, there we go. I got my kill. I could see my radar blinking at both ends, and I knew one was gonna shaft me in the ass. But I will say that this Judgment, you can kind of see in the litmus test of this Rumble, just messing around with it. In PvP, it's a really clean ass hand cannon. I mean, it's probably one of the best to kind of go in with. I mean, a lot of people obviously would pick Rose, but this has actually really, really nice stats compared to it. There's the Rose kind of against me with the explosion. I actually wonder roll. Yeah, it's probably has explosive rounds. Solid shot, explosive payload. Yeah, so Rose is still really, really dope, obviously, and a lot of people PvP will go for that. But I still do think that the Judgment has a place, and it's all about personal preference. You know, some people don't like the Rose, some people don't like how it feels, and there's other things about it. So if you wanted a really nice feeling hand cannon, you don't really like Rose, I'd definitely give the Judgment a try. And oh my god, man is camping a corner. No, buddy. Go on, buddy. Come on. Oh, how do I not kill him? Buddy. Yo, man, it's freaking Rumble. Will you just fight me? Why are we just running like this? Oh my god, do not freaking kill me. Buddy, give me a kill. Give me the heals. Thank you. And this guy's gonna die as well. Oh, we'll finish the game off with that. But I will say overall, Judgment PvP, it's super, super nice. I really do like this hand cannon. I think that is such a freaking dope ass hand cannon. Alrighty, so time for the PvE side of things, of course, with the little Judgment that could. And this one's gonna have headstone. Yeah, buddy. As I said, this is gonna be a stasis weapon now, so you can get your headstone kind of rows going, which obviously in a stasis build is gonna be really nice for crystals and just getting your general rhymes theater kind of going too. It is honestly just so sick though, this weapon. I just think as far as the weapons go, this is my must get kind of one. I know people will say meta wise, there's like rocket launchers and everything you kind of go for. There's the Lone Survivor as well, which is obviously heated and everything. But for me, it's just so sick. The Judgment, ever since it came out originally, it's always been just such a dope ass hand cannon. And cook at it, guys. Capture the zone. Oh, you're all leaving me. But for me, it's always been a sick ass weapon. I still think, even though it's come back as stasis, it's still really, really dope. I just love headstone though in general on weapons. I just think headstone is one of the sickest perks in the game. Like even dragonfly and everything is nice, but getting the freaking crystals kind of going just for a headshot. Oh, it's so beautiful watching everything just get clapped. Man, it's so satisfying. It's one of the most satisfying things in the game. Freezes us. What the? And freeze us? Freeze us? Ah! Did I get him? No! But at least your man has freaking barrier on. And oh my god, of course the big dude freaking spawned. You know what, boys? Blast his ass. Oh my god, my man's gone to town. Does he have the freaking thunder door on? But yeah, I will say Judgment. I really do think it's a cool ass weapon. I think that if you're going to oh my god, I thought he was freaking dead. But if you're going to be going in, of course, to do some dungeons and everything, there is a ton of other prophecy weapons that are going to be kind of goated as well, but obviously the Judgment is just, it's so clean. I mean, look at it go. As I said, when you get the crystals going, oh baby, just look at it go. It's so sweet. And I love the crystals so much. Obviously, I'm on the Stasis Warlock as well, so when I pop those crystals, everything starts to get frozen around it. It's so cool. It's so freaking sick. I do understand though, people would definitely say to me that they'd rather go in with obviously more bang for your buck. Oh my god, I didn't freaking kill him. Most people will, of course, like to go in, though, with SMGs and all that. I'm not saying it's going to be the meta anytime soon PvE. I just think it's a nice to have PvE. It's actually not a bad 140. The only other one I can really think of that's stasis that everyone kind of uses or used to use anyway is the IS Luna and stuff like that. But, I mean, that's also dungeon kind of diving. And also doesn't have all these sick-ass Arden traits. I actually forgot. This does have the other perk on it, too. So if I reload close to this right now, I'll actually reload my weapon and everything. That's what the Gravity Well does, which is actually kind of cool. But if you do get a good stasis roll and everything, and do tie it into a good off-course stasis build, it will do absolute work for you. And I think it's going to kill him if it's on it. But it will do absolute work for you. I think that this sort of weapon, it just blends in really, really well for stasis. What the hell's wrong with that thing? But this blends in really, really well, obviously, for stasis builds. As I said, this Warlock stasis is going to go great with it. Behemans will do nicely too. Hunters will do nicely. Anything that can make the crystals, or anything that benefits from crystals or even rhymes theater, it's just going to be so freaking juicy. So yeah, I just think overall, if you're going to be going into do dungeons, prophecy is going to be like the main one people want to do. And then also Judgment is just, it's like the main one you should really be looking for. Well, that is it from me. And of course, the Judgment hand cannon itself. This was the roll I was using, of course, with the headstone precision instrument. You can put whatever you want here instead of precision instrument. There was the gravity well and everything on it as well. But I will say overall at this weapon, it's really, really dope. As I said, when it comes to actually kind of using this weapon and also like just using it in a good build or just even PvP, it feels juicy. I know people are going to hit me with that there's other weapons in the game that kind of outshine it in both PvP, PvE. I get that, but I still do think that this is such a kind of unique feeling weapon. It's its own sort of model. There's nothing kind of like this, that it's worth getting some rolls of this. And I just think that honestly in PvP, PvE, I love it a lot. I really do. As I said, I still used to be my bay, obviously, when it came to stasis weapons. But if I'm going PvE, I'd actually rock this a lot more. Obviously, SMGs and everything are a lot bigger things, auto rifles and all that. People just routed them, but I still do think Judgment, it's still a weapon you should definitely be grinding out for. It's probably one of the best that's out of all the dungeon weapons anyway. And obviously try to get your shiny ones, because your shiny ones give you extra freaking perks and everything like that. But overall, the Judgment hand cannon, really dope ass hand cannon. As I said, Lootapalooza is going to be up this week, meaning that this whole week you're getting like basically a ton of drops, so it's pretty easy to farm out for. So the FOMO guys kind of win because they just get to go in now and just farm as much as they want. But overall, Judgment itself, absolute banger hand cannon you've got to get your hands on. But regardless, if you like the video, just like and really some more content, subscribe, fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next collective in the next one.